You wouldn't believe all the things I think about when I'm working on my art. Man, I go all over the world in my mind. Sometimes I think I even go to other worlds.
I was a volunteer for this organization, and we would get mail from LGBT people that are incarcerated across the US. So it's hundreds and hundreds of letters. Because of the sheer amount of mail, we can't respond to every single letter. But around January 2013, I open up a letter, and I've never seen anything like this. The art just really captured me. So when I responded, I included my personal home address in case she wanted to write back. And she wrote back. Dear Gabrielle, I hope all is well in your world. Thank you for your kind words about my art. I'm really a surrealist, abstract figure painting kind of artist, but I love illustrating my letters with my cartoons, comics, and of course about 90% of my art is queer related. I'm 55 years old. I became serious about art at age 15 when I took art in the 9th grade, but for the most part, I'm predominantly self-taught. Please feel free to write, and if you have any questions at all, I'll answer them. Thank you again for your kind words and thoughtfulness. James. I don't think initially I knew what our friendship would become. I mean, I don't think any of us do when we meet someone. 2013, yeah, like a decade is a long time, and like so much has changed for both of us. It's also such a short amount of time. We think of like she has a life sentence. Dear Gabrielle, hey, I'm just sending you these few lines to see if you're all right. Please use enclosed stamped envelope to send me a note. Hi, it's great to hear from you again. Thank you for sharing pieces of your life with me. This is my 18th year of incarceration. I'm in prison for robbery and a drug habit, but mostly for being stupid and making bad decisions. If you don't mind, I'd like to get this free color catalog for trans and cross-dressers, but the advertisement only shows a website and phone number. Could you have me put on their mailing list? In the commissary, she was able to get those little trays of watercolors that you kind of used as a kid with those little plastic brushes with the plastic bristles. But then she's able to get real watercolors and make her own brushes with real hair from people she met inside. I'm working on a small collection of what I call my real art for you. I hope you'll like them. Your friend, James. Some of the white on her paintings is actually some extra paint lying around left over from what they paint the prison walls with.
Press 1 to refuse this free call. Press 2 to alert. Thank you for using.
For many years, it was just letter writing. I was really anxious about our first few phone calls. I was like, I don't know what I'll say.
You may start the conversation now.
Hello, Gabriel?
Hey, Jamie.
They just opened the door and let us out.
Okay.
I ran straight out here, the first one on the phone.
You know, Jamie loves to like tell stories and talk, so it's great because usually I can just listen.
Are you home?
Yeah, I'm home. before you called for about an hour, I was like looking through all your art. It's amazing to see how it changed and amazing.
Yeah, I guess it keeps evolving, huh?
Yeah.
If I come out, I would no longer paint any artwork related to prison life. But I hate being cooped up in that cell so much. Like sometimes I'll walk to the cafeteria and I'll go real slow and I'll take my time coming back and I'll even stall in the hallway somewhere. You know, we've been going through this COVID-19 for over a year now.
Wild. They're just starting to talk about people going back into the office.
I've been listening to NPR, and there's a lot of people that don't want to go back to work. Hey, guess what's been coming to my window 3 days in a row?
What?
A bird. It's a red-headed cardinal. It came to my window and it was whistling. There's a lot of small sparrows around, but there's not many cardinals. And I heard it whistling, and I started whistling back. And I said, "Hey, little birdie." That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can talk next Sunday, huh?
Yeah.
Then the following Wednesday will be your birthday.
Yeah, call me on my birthday.
You know, there's a lot of times during our conversations when we're talking.
Yeah, what?
And I can see you smiling. I can feel it. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
And be safe, okay?
You too.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
This one is the first portrait she ever did of me from a picture 10 years ago. Hope you like your portrait, love, Jamie. So it's watercolor, but there's, she found little sparrow feathers in the yard, and there's little feathers. Had this one on my wall too for a while. It's a little peeking out, and the fingers are so detailed. Pretty early on, a goal emerged. It was her idea. She wanted to build the largest collection of queer art in the world. You know, it sounds fantastical, which, like, I love. That's her art, too. You know, it's surreal, it's fantastical. So we're doing it. She creates work and mails it to me. You know, now I have things like archived and cataloged and on a website. These pieces are where she really talks about, you know, experiences on the inside. And I love at the radio saying, "This is NPR." You know, she's always listening to NPR. This was about time she got a disciplinary action for her hair. A prison guard filed a disciplinary report against me for what they are calling an extreme hairstyle, and I want people to know what's going on here with girls like us. Oh, and this was just a little drawing she sent as a letter, but you know, she's kind of gotten to know a few of my friends over the years, and she wrote little notes. This was, she was in solitary confinement. She was experiencing like harassment and violence, and really the only option is you request safekeeping for someone, and for trans people, sometimes that means solitary confinement.
Sometimes I'm having trouble breathing. If I'm laying there in the dark, it seems like it's closing in on me. But if I turn on the light, then it kind of calms me down and I can relax a little bit, breathe better.
You may start the conversation now.
Hello, Gabriel. We're on lockdown.
Yeah, I've been worried about you.
He let me out for shower, and I showered real quick, and I ran down here to the phone. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, it's good to hear your voice. Do they hassle you about your hair anymore? Or is that more
No, they
fun?
haven't said anything about my hair.
Yeah.
I wear my hair all stylish, but I have my eyebrows long and thin, and I just use a little liner around my eyes. I don't put on, I love makeup, but I don't use it because I don't want the officers saying anything to me. And sometimes I think about back when I was a kid in the 60s, God, it seems like it was 100 years ago. I always lived walking distance from downtown Houston. I remember I would sneak out of the house. My parents would be asleep, and my friends would come tapping on the window, and I would get dressed and sneak out the back door real quiet. And we were running around on the streets. When I was 15, my mom asked me if I was gay. She already knew that I was using her makeup and stuff, but she had never confronted me about it. I got scared and I didn't know what to say. And before I could answer her, she looked at me and she put her hand on the side of my face. And she said, "It's all right." She said, "Just be careful not to let my father find out." And I just wish but I think I wasted a lot of time. But I'm happy you're in my life. And if you weren't in my life, none of this would matter.
Sometimes it is difficult to explain to people what Jamie means to me. You know, I met her in my early 20s, and those were some difficult years for me. My gender presentation at the time, on a daily basis, I'd get some sort of harassment, you know, comments, or I'd get like harassed in bathrooms, and sometimes I wouldn't want to leave my apartment. But over the years, like, she's been one of like the few constants in my life. Us both being queer and trans and communicating through letters for so long, I think we were able to build up an intimacy that I don't have with some people that I know in person. And she's like almost twice my age. Like, it felt like this adult figure in my life that I could talk to and get advice from. Or we could just talk about art. My dearest Gabriel, hi beautiful, how are you doing? At the moment, I have half a dozen art projects going, and I can't wait to get them done so I can get them in the mail to you. Things are going fine with the HRT, so you're right. Despite my advanced age, the hormones are working and I'm gaining amazing results. I'm even starting to tell people that I'm all woman, and I even believe it. I never knew how much transitioning would mean to me, but it is truly me and I love it. How are things going with you and your tea? You look amazing and happy, and that makes me happy. It is getting late, and your old auntie needs her beauty sleep. So I'll close here for now. Please take care and be safe, and I'll do the same. I love you with all my heart. Always and forever, your Aunt Jamie.
Dear Jamie, I just came across your website recently. I own a gallery in Manhattan, and I'm eager to hear about you and your work. What I see on your website is beautiful and heartfelt and strong. I really hope to hear from you soon. Sincerely, Daniel Cooney.
So you like Dan? He seems like a nice person.
Yeah, he seems nice. He's coming up to Boston to see your work in person. How do you feel about it? I want to know it too.
I feel happy. I'm excited.
Dear Mr. Cooney, it is a joy to hear from you again. I have been queer and trans all of my life, though there were periods in my life when I struggled with my own acceptance of being trans. I finally came to love who and what I am. About my conviction and sentence. Texas laws are very harsh for robbery. I was addicted to opiates and started committing robberies to support my drug habit. Like yourself, I was in a very dark place. I was out of control and disgusted with my behavior, but I couldn't stop. It's a wonderful joy to learn of your sobriety. Welcome to the light, and thank you for sharing. I have no doubt that you will create a beautiful and meaningful exhibition. Love, Jamie.
Are you going to be at the show?
Of course I will be.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the opening. I'll take a bunch of pictures for you.
God, I can't wait. You know what I want people to feel when they see my art?
What?
I guess mostly to feel love and understanding.
Yeah.
You know, I like people to...
Are you there?
Yeah. I don't know why I get like this. You know what I want people to feel? I want them to know that we're good people.
My sister.
Jamie Diaz, and she's a transgender woman who is in prison in Texas.
Shadows here? I don't know. I just really it's so striking.
You may start the conversation now.
Hi, how are you?
Good, we're all here in the gallery.
There's a lot of pictures hanging up.
Yeah, everything's hanging up.
It's two
like
full
two
rooms. All the art that you've made, it's all framed and it's lit. It's professionally lit.
I can't wait to get pictures. Y'all take a bunch of pictures for me.
We absolutely will. I'll make sure I'm taking pictures all night.
I love the extras. Yeah, they're wonderful.
I don't know why that makes me laugh.
It's your show as much as mine. So congratulations.
Thanks, Jamie.
The best part is all of you being involved. All your love and support means so much to me. It's real special. And I hold all of you very dear to my heart. I wish I could be there. I almost feel free. Almost, not quite.